often have you bought a whole lot of fresh fruit and vegetable, not had a chance to eat it, and then guiltily thrown it away? I'm at Prahran Market, and this van is collecting fresh food and produce to be distributed through SecondBite.
Ian and Simone Carson were having lunch one day in the city. We're reading about the amount of food waste that Australians were putting into landfill, and at the same time Simone was volunteering down at Sacred Heart Mission at the Women's Refuge, who were desperately in need of food, and thought, here's one problem that we can use to be a solution to the other.
So how long has it been operating for now?
Okay, so we've been a registered organisation since November 2005, and we've just finished 5.5 years of staffed organisation. Last year we collected 880 tonnes of food, which is a phenomenal amount of food, and of that 74% was fresh fruit and vegetables. So we have a focus on collecting and redistributing fresh, nutritious food.
We're at Prahran Markets here today, so what food will be taken from here and where will it go?
Okay, so we'll collect fruit and vegetables, all of the bags that are out, the $2 bags that are special, plus all of the food that may not have sold today. We'll collect that and that will go straight to local charities, such as Sacred Heart Mission, Prahran Mission, the Prahran Adventure Playground, or the various organisations around the area that provide some form of food relief. Look, we rely heavily on our donors, so the market here is a fantastic supporter of SecondBite. Last year, 35 tonnes of food came directly from the Prahran Market, and then we redistribute that across Victoria through over 160 community food programs. Okay. And we're in Tasmania as well, and there's another 50 programs there that we support.
So have you found that people are generally really good about giving up the food if they know that it's going to a good cause?
Yeah, certainly. The donors are fantastic. They hate seeing food waste themselves. You know, they see this wonderful produce, and they don't want to see it go in the bin. When they are seeing what is happening out there, which is people who are hungry, people who are struggling with access to fresh and affordable food.
Do we have a real problem with food wastage in Melbourne and in Australia?
Yes, we do.
It's
a really sad statistic.
Yeah.
So last year Australians threw out $7.8 billion worth of food. Within that, 4.4 million tonnes of food was household consumer food waste.
So then I guess what can people at home do to reduce that?
Well, I think looking at your ordering, looking at how much you're purchasing, doing single trips to the local shops rather than multiple trips and loading up, but also be creative. You know, Friday or Saturday before you go shopping the next day, make up some wonderful dish, put all the veggies into a soup. You know, there's lots of things you can do with food that is going to have such a positive effect on yourself rather than the negative effect that it has on the environment by just throwing it in.
How did you get involved in SecondBite? How did you start donating?
Well, long story, short version. A long time ago, my dad had a really nasty accident and we had people donating food and helping us, and it was a really tough time. Right? And ever since then, we've been really conscious of helping other people. So when the opportunity came to help SecondBite, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
No-brainer at all. It's the right thing to do.
I'm a teacher and I've worked in very disadvantaged areas most of my career, so I have a soft spot for people who are in difficulties.
So what do you generally give?
Well, what we do is basically anything that's perishable, right, that we can't keep, right, we will donate. Right, so anything that's got less than 5 days and that's perishable, could be bread, meat, olives, bits and pieces, just whatever we have that's perishable, even cheese, yeah.